Jacobs. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Willis with a quick throw out wide.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Matthew Golden.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Allen going to audible to a different look.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Allen now looks to throw.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Allen.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he'll get it down inside the 25.
To throw, it's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen again.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Allen.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid
With his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bills are back within a score. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Tre'Davious White that time getting there for the loss.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Third down and 13. Love this time is going to set up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Allen gonna throw.
Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Allen going to change this at the line.
And that's complete to Cooks.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Allen.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Allen to throw once more. Nifty footwork at the 45.
And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing, Allen.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now 1st and goal. Here's Allen.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Allen.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
To throw is Allen. He'll try and do this himself.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
One final try here for Allen. Caught on the slant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.